Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time joining me, then welcome to my channel. I am Melanie Kumalo, also known as Tushi on Twitter, Instagram, and on the streets. Today's video is a sit down, a chit chat. I did ask you guys on Instagram to please ask me questions. I don't remember what I titled it, but I will go through this question and actually find them now, if hopefully they are still in my archives. But before I get into that, I want to show you guys a new addition to the family. We have Junior. Her name is Junior. I just bought her today and she was 99, she was 100 rand, 99.99 at Checkers. And yeah, I fell in love with this plant. I first saw it at a Checkers nearby where I live, and then on the day I saw it, I didn't buy it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it. And then when I went back, the reason why I didn't buy it on that day, it was because I still wanted to first find a stand for her before she actually moves into, like, first find a place for her to sit before she moves in. And then I was on Superbalist on, I think, Friday, and then I saw a perfect stand and I bought it, and it will be delivered hopefully tomorrow. So when I went back to that Checkers, I couldn't find it, and today after church I went to QnA and I got there, she was still there. This is Junior, it's a she, and yeah, welcome Junior to the family. So with this plant, I basically got it. At first I initially wanted to get a dog, but then I think with watching a couple of videos and researching and finding out, I just realized that actually having a dog, it's like having like a baby, you know. You need to put it on insurance, on medical aid, etc., and all of those things, and you need to be here 24/7 to take care of it and also feed it and whatnot. And I personally don't think that I'm ready for that, because I still want to be taken care of myself. So I was like, okay, maybe a dog is like extreme. So then I was thinking, what else can I take care of? And I just thought of a plant. And then on this particular day, I was at Checkers, I saw this beautiful plant, and then I got it. That's the one reason why I got this plant. Another reason is that I do want a greenery feel in my space for deco purposes. But at the same time, whenever I went to Mr. Price Home or all these other stores to check out the fake plants, I just did not like how they looked. They looked too fake, and I just did not connect with that look. So I was like, okay, then we're gonna get that. The name Junior comes from, it's just a name that I always, you know, I've always just used Junior as a name. Like when I talk about having a baby or whatnot, like I always be like Junior, you know, like it's, I didn't really think about it, there's no thought into it, and it's not Junior of anyone. It's just a name that I usually just always talk about when I talk about maybe when I will have a baby, or even the dog. I was like, it's going to be Junior. So anything, because if I was a dog mom, it would have been Junior. If I was a plant mom, it would have been Junior. But I don't think my daughter or son is probably going to be that. Do you get it? It's just like a name that you use when I make an example of something, and you guys probably get it. So yeah, that is the new addition. You guys are going to be seeing me taking care of this little baby, and I can't wait to see how I'm gonna get. Growing plants is not easy, because plants are like dogs as well. They know when you like them, they know when you're taking care of them from a point of love, and when you're just doing it because ufuna decorate your place, it's literally going to die. So I'm gonna see whether ndinobubele from this plant or not, and then we'll take it from there. Another addition is I got 2 journals today, a mini one, a mini journal. It's called a A6 Buffalo journal, and then this one is an A5 Buffalo journal. Both these journals are from Typo. As you can see that the colors are sort of similar but not the same. Oh my god, I sound like a teacher, but not the same. It is, but not the same. So this one, it's written Tushi, which is my brand name. There's something wrong with Tushi. I think it's the spacing. I don't know, it just doesn't give me the same vibes as this one. This guy did his job. He loves what he does. This is my journal from last year, 2022, and I literally did write in this journal, hey, like there's quite a lot of pages filled. And yeah, I could continue using this journal this year, but I just didn't feel good continue with India last year. This year, fresh year, we start over. So I got myself this journal. This journal was 169, and then writing your name on it cost you 30 rands for 8 letters. So my letters were 7, so that was good. And they only write 8 letters. And then this one is going to be my mini journal, which is here. I'm just going to literally put my to-do list, things that I need to do for my channel, for my 9 to 5, for upper ending, whether it's groceries or whatnot. What I didn't like about this journal last year is that I ended up doing to-do lists as well here, things that I need to do for my channel, things. So it was just not organized. You didn't know whether it's a journal to journalize my entries, or when I go to church, or like if you open this journal, there's so much that you can find. You'll find my grocery list, you'll find my plans for vacation, you'll find sermons, you'll find daily entries, you'll find to-do lists, you'll find planning, you find calculations of cost. And I just feel like that's sort of what I want. There's though I do, you know, like forgive myself for making that. It's not a mistake, but it's like a preference thing that I discovered that I actually don't like it. Last year was my very first year to journal, so obviously some things I just didn't know, but as you go along, I think you get to know better. That's the word. Or like you get to know what it is that you like or whatnot. But yeah, I know that I don't like to put my to-do list and stuff with my thoughts, journal entries, and also sermons. So that's why this year I've got a small one and a big one. So yeah, so that is just the two things that I bought today that are not part of the vlog, I think. And I thought I should just include them here. And also I thought it was very appropriate for me to also talk about first, because this is my very first sit down for 2023. So I am going to be answering questions about, I think the question that I asked you guys was a question and answers about this year, or like this year, or like a life update. That was it was a life update. So I think before I start my life update, I just want to talk about last year, the year 2022. To begin off, the year 2022 was amazing. You know, it was everything good. It was proof that if you trust God with all your heart and you change your mind and you work towards the things that you want, you can achieve anything in this world. Intention is very important, because with intention, guys, you wake up every single day trying to do best for yourself. Whatever it is that you had on your vision board, if you wake up every day with that mindset, Yoguti, I want to achieve so and so, and it's on my vision board, you will achieve it. And also have to trust God in the process. I think for me, those are the two things that I used last year. It was honestly being intentional with everything that I do, and waking up and knowing that today, every single day, it's a day that is counting towards making things that are on my vision board come to life, and also trusting God with all my heart with them, which is praying, asking God that, listen, this is what I want to do, and this is how I think I'm going to do it. Show me the way, guide me, you know, things like that. Speaking about vision boards, a lot of people, I always see everyone, you know, January, they're talking about vision boards and whatnot. 2022 again was the first year that I did a vision board, so I kind of understand now how a vision board works, sort of, because there are things in my vision board that came to life, and there are things that did not come to life. But everything that did not come to life in my vision board, I know exactly why. I did not work for it. I did not commit. I did not put in the effort to make sure that it comes to life. And everything that did come to life in my vision board, it's everything that I woke up each and every day and thinking that, oh my God, you know, I want this thing to happen for me. I put in the effort, research, etc., and whatever the case may be. I did my vision board on the first page of my journal. Unfortunately, I really don't feel comfortable with sharing my vision board, because I feel like a vision board, it's a very like personal thing. No offense to people that do share their vision boards, but for me personally, a vision board is a personal thing, so I don't feel comfortable sharing it. If you have a vision board, that's good, but you need to know that a vision board is not going to work with just it being there. You need to wake up every day and try to make every move that you make on that day that you're up to support your vision, if I'm making sense. And then second of all, you need to also involve God in it and talk about God and pray about it. And then I think that's how a vision board, anything in your vision board, can come to life. You can put things on a vision board, but it doesn't end there. You still need to work hard for them, and you still need to pray about it, and that's when they come to life. So I think a lot of people they talk about vision boards, and they don't actually talk about the working and the praying and, you know, the efforts that you put into making sure that it comes to life. So there's quite a lot that goes into there, because it's very easy to just put your pictures on a vision board and I mean, anyone can do that. And then we get a partner. What I learned, another thing from journaling, is that journaling is nice because once you write something, you feel a bit light. And also it's just very nice to go back to your journal also and read what you wrote. It's beautiful. It's really nice. Like you read it, and sometimes you read some stuff that you wrote and you're like, ah shit, you know, I didn't actually make this come to life, but okay, I know I wanted that. Or sometimes you read that and you cry because you feel like, I was on the 15th of February, I was going through something, and now it's like a new year, or like 6 months later, when you go back to read your journal, you see that, oh my god, this was a good day, you know, I overcame this. And then you laugh or you cry about it and you celebrate and you feel good. So I think a journal is it's nice, you know, some sort of very free therapy to yourself, and also just a way to track your life and the progress that you make and things that you want. You just write them out. For me, a journal, I don't take it really serious. I write anything and everything I want to write here, from sermons to things I watch on YouTube. Even if it's something that I watch, like for example, I even have a journal entry about Kanye West because I was watching his documentary, and there was stuff that I took out, points that I took out on Kanye West's documentary. I would read them out to you, but I don't want to bore you. Maybe you don't want to hear that. But yeah, they were like, you know, I write anything and everything. Sometimes I'm like, dear diary, or dear journal, or dear, you know, hi there, I'm back, I'm just here to give you an update. Or like, hey, I went out with my boyfriend, or my brother is planning this, or I'm doing this for my brother, or I appreciate my brother, or I love my mom, or I want to go wherever, or I'm going to Swaziland, you know, like things like that. Basically anything and everything you can possibly think of, you just put it down there. Right, so now that we are done with that, we are going to move right along to the questions that you guys sent to me on Instagram. Mwah. Now I'm going to answer all your questions that you guys asked me on Instagram. Some questions, I must say, they aren't like life update type of questions. I think it's just people trying to get to know me, so I won't really focus much on those. I will try to answer a bit more of the questions that are more like life updates. And then also I am not trying to make this video long, because maybe you guys won't even finish if it's long. Anyways, so the first question is, do you still work a full-time job? Yes, I still have my 9 to 5. I have not reached a point where I can leave my 9 to 5 to be a content creator fully. I do enjoy content creation, but at the same time, the dream of me, you know, being in corporate, being that corporate lady, it's still there behind at the back of my mind. So I'm not 100% sure if I would leave corporate for, you know, to be a content creator. At the same time, because I think I want to be the woman that I have envisioned when I was still in high school. I want to get to that level as a corporate babe, you know, like, you know, doing the things and associate at some firm. But at the same time, I truly enjoy content creation. Like, I love it so much. It makes me happy. The stress that it comes with, I love it, you know, just being creative and shooting stuff and whatever. It excites me, especially when I see it out there on Instagram and you guys receiving it well. It really makes me really happy. So I think, yeah, that's I kind of answered too much. She didn't even ask that, but yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't think I'm ready to leave my 9 to 5 to just focus on content creation, because I still have those dreams of being a corporate honey. Then someone here says, are you enjoying yourself at your place? Don't you sometimes feel lonely? I am definitely enjoying myself at my place. I'm having so much fun. Kumnandi kupholile. It's like, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, you do get days where you're lonely, but it's not lonely from, like, you're not lonely like sad kind of lonely. You're just lonely because sometimes you do feel like having a conversation with someone or talking to someone. Living alone, I think it's like one thing that you should do for yourself, and living alone also makes you aware of who you are, things you like to do, things you don't like to do, how you like to do things, how you don't like to do things, and you just grow, you know, you just grow, and also you fall in love with yourself as well, because you start to discover yourself and who you are and what are the things that you actually truly like enjoy. So I would 100% recommend living alone, like not even living with your partner, living alone before, if maybe you are going to live with your partner, you live with your partner. Someone is like, I love you, are you coping with brands and work? I'm not going to lie, it's very hectic, because even like this influencer industry, it is an industry of its own, where you get to, it's an industry, you know, it's not a part-time thing, and people within that industry, they take it serious that they are in, and that's their job. So everything, it's always within the same time frame as your 9 to 5. So if you're juggling both, you have to make sure that your weekends are for content creation, and then obviously during the week you are going to be focusing on your 9 to 5. I'm not coping, but I think I will be better this year. Yeah, I will definitely be better this year, because I know what I did wrong last year and what I need to do better. On this new year, how do you want to expand your YouTube channel? Any collaboration? I am very open to collaborating with other YouTubers, but I just don't know what doesn't make it possible to execute that, you know, because I have approached people to collaborate with, and they've agreed, but whenever we set the date, it never really seems to happen. I don't know whether it's a point of like, maybe I get anxious, not knowing how I'm going to be around that person, etc. And also, like in Cape Town, there's quite a few, you know, YouTubers that I probably do interact with on, you know, social media that I could ask for collab, and I feel like obviously it's just very weird for me to just ask for collab from just any YouTuber that I don't even talk to. I think the reason why I haven't really collaborated would be anxiety, you know, just having that, you anxious, I overthink everything, and I just feel like, yo, how am I gonna, what are we gonna say, I'm not used to that person, etc. So yes, YouTube collaborations would definitely be fun for my channel. I would love that. I think my thing about my channel, the plans I have mostly about my channel, was I want to expand it more in terms of not necessarily like the content I do. I think I'm fine with the content I share with you guys, but I want to focus more on the quality of the content itself before I start inviting other YouTubers into the, you know, the channel. So I want to focus on quality in terms of sound, lighting, and all of those things. How did you manage on your first year of working? I will be starting work in March, and I'm so anxious. I think my first year of working was very chilled, honestly. I was obviously looking forward to it, ready for it. You know, I think, yeah, I don't think I experienced any challenges. Like, there's no advice I would offer to you, but other than you just need to be ready for it, and be ready to also be open to the fact that some things that you learned at university aren't going to apply in your workplace, or your workplace will have another way to do things that you know. And then there's someone is like, how long have you been dating with Sipo? I'm assuming this person has not been on, like, following me for long. Sipo and I are now on our 2 years 8 months this year. Yes, we've been dating for 2 years, 8 May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Yeah, so we have been together for 2 years 8 months, and this is surprisingly my longest relationship, because my relationships never make it past 1 year 4 months. So I know that I must really love him. What motivation can you give someone who has lost hope because business is not doing well? I think when things aren't working out, I always just turn to, like, look at it from a spiritual eye, that it's just not the right time, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to work out, but maybe it's just not the right time. So just keep trying, and know that when the time is right, you know, suddenly it'll all work out, you know, and suddenly it will come to life, you know. Sometimes I always just look at things as it was not the time. It's not my time yet, but I have faith that my time is coming and I will celebrate when that time comes. So I think that's the best I can go, honestly. Are you still studying? If yes, more info please. So when I studied last year, I was doing my articles and I wrote 1 board exam, and I needed to write 4 board exams to complete. But unfortunately after that, and they are very expensive, I'm not gonna lie. Unfortunately, after the first one that I wrote, I kind of felt like after the first one I wrote, that's when my influencing was starting to work out and, you know, things were coming to life. And I think that's when I got distracted a bit from that goal, you know, and I stopped like applying for the second board exam that I was supposed to write, because the target was to write 2 at least last year. So I don't know, but I don't think I really want to try this year. I don't think I have the capacity to do so. I think in 2022 I just discovered a part of myself that I didn't know was there, which is very exciting for me, and I really would love to explore that a little bit more. But I'm still not sure yet. That's why I did say in my vlog that I'm at a period where I'm very confused with what it is that I really truly want for myself. So yeah, like I think I'm just honestly grateful in 2022 that I discovered a part of myself that when I talk about, I just smile like this when I talk about it. Like I feel I feel good when I talk about it. Like I am wholesome. I'm so whole. I don't think I would have discovered myself had I not I think moved out of home, lived by myself. And yo guys, so I think that's where I'm gonna park the going back to school thing and studying, but I will give you guys an update when I do decide to go. How was 2022, and do you think you achieved everything you wanted? 22 was great. I did not achieve everything I wanted, but I achieved a lot of things that I wanted, and I'm very happy with how 2022 turned out. Like I said at the beginning of this video, everything that I did not achieve, I know exactly why. I did not work towards it, and I am possibly going to put it back into my vision board for 2023, or I am going to leave it out completely. Still yet to decide. I haven't done my vision board for this year. I'm still yet to do it. The hardest thing that you ever had to go through in life and never want to experience again. I can't necessarily say that I don't want to experience this thing again, but I'm hoping that, you know, I will not. I think for me the hardest thing I went through in this life was, like, I was a top achiever in high school and varsity as well. I did well. I'm not gonna say extremely well, but I did really super well. I was part of the Golden Key member in varsity, so I did do well, you know. So I thought that, I think it's just realizing that when you go out into the real world, you know, there's a possibility that even if you were the greatest person in school and high school, you could not work in one of the big firms, you know. And I think for me that was the hardest thing to take, because I've always seen myself, like even my teachers in high school and, you know, university lecturers as well that I was close with, that's what they saw for me, and that's what I saw for myself as well, you know. But not forgetting the fact that you and people around you might see that for yourself, but God doesn't see that for you, you know. So I think for me the hardest thing in this life was not working in the companies that I wanted to work for, in the top 4 accounting firms. And it took me quite some time to accept that that's your reality, you know. And where I'm working at a place where I entered a competition and I won the competition. The competition was about writing an essay about the global recession that hit the global recession that hit in 2012, and I won that competition. And so I got this offer already in grade 11, so I knew that I have this job there, but it was still so hard to take for me that these companies did not take me. Like it hit me so bad like that. I think that was the one thing that really almost damaged my self-esteem, because I was that girl in high school. When I got to varsity, I was that girl, you know. I worked very hard and I achieved a lot, so much that every lecture of my module knew me, because I was that girl who was extra, always booking consultation and doing well as well. So, you know, when you're that person, you think life is gonna turn out how it's scripted, like how you, like, you know, then the next thing is that you're gonna end up working for one of the big four firms. So I think that was the one thing that hit me kakhulu in my life, and I was just like, sometimes you have plans, but God has different plans for you. But I'm very happy with where I am. I'm happy, and sometimes I look at it and I'm like, God knows what he's doing all the time, and you just need to trust him. Do I want to go work in those firms? I still do. I would still like that opportunity. I think I must drink a man's because I've been talking. Oh. How are you settling in the new area? Love this area so much. It's very quiet, very convenient. Everything is like close to me. If I want to go to the garage for my petrol, it's right here. If I want to go grocery shopping, it's right here. Woolies, Checkers, Pick n Pay, literally all three of them, they're right here. I love the quietness, and it's also just away from everything and everyone, so it's nice. I get to decide that I want to go to Ispiti, and then I have to literally drive from here to go to Ispiti, so that is really nice. I love it here. I think this place is for me, like, because that's who I am. Do you want to get married anytime soon? With Sipo, of course. I definitely do want to get married. Not anytime soon. I feel like I'm not ready yet to be someone's wife. I'm still learning, growing, and still finding myself as a person. So I don't want to get into marriage half. Like, I don't also want to get into marriage while I'm still learning to even love myself. Hey sis, can I please get advice on growing my channel on YouTube? Honestly guys, there's absolutely no advice I can give you with regards to growing your channel. You literally just have to start and just be yourself at all times. Do not make a mistake of lying and not being authentic, because I can't imagine the stress of waking up every morning trying to keep up with the lie. Be yourself all the time. Start your channel, be yourself. Be aware now who you are. If you are, like, own your truth. You know, there's power in owning your truth. And there's nothing beautiful than people seeing your life unfold in front of them, from A to B to C to, you know, them seeing that, as opposed to you faking a life that you don't have, and then now things are unraveling. You don't want things to unravel and then people now realize, bah, it's been all a lie, you know. So I think, yeah, just start your channel, be you, be authentic, be your true self. Someone will like you out there. Some people won't really vibe with you, but don't try to be someone else. Don't watch my channel and try to be me. Be yourself. This is the second last question, actually, guys. The second last question says, how do you handle your finances? Woo! How do I handle my finances? I try not to spend on things I don't have. I try not to overspend, let me say. I try to make sure that my monthly expenses are covered at all times. I don't try, I make sure, actually, that my monthly expenses are covered at all times before I go about buying stuff for myself. I must say, in the last year, it has been very hard to save like I used to when I still was at home, and I think that's obviously because I was so, and I still needed to continue furnishing my place. So now when I have an extra 500, if I was home, I would throw it into my savings when I'm done with all the home expenses and stuff. But here, if I'm done, I'll think that, oh my god, I need to buy this for my bathroom, or I need to buy this for my lounge or the kitchen, or electricity, I need to top up electricity, you know what I mean. So living alone and saving does kind of become a challenge, but it's something that I am planning to fix this year. It's one of the things that I definitely want to fix this year. But yeah, just I think how I always handle my expenses is I don't try to spend more than I have. I always just try to stick within my budget. I'm not really a person that spoils myself every month, and I think if I really did, I would not have money. I spoil myself when I really when I have the money to spoil myself. So I always look at what is important right now to spend on, what is not. Do I have any incoming money that's gonna come and cover me up before I spend? And then based on that, that's how I spend Monday joking. So yeah. The last question is, how did your influencer journey start? My influencer journey started in 2020, in February. I started my YouTube channel and I recorded my first video. I posted it, and that was because people were saying that I should start a YouTube channel. I think that's why I started the channel. I started because people were like, you should start a YouTube channel. And I also enjoyed to watch YouTube videos. That time I used to watch Usibu Mbanza like I'm crazy. So I was like, okay. Then I started my channel, and then my channel grew. People that obviously watched my channel then followed me on Instagram, and then that platform grew as well from YouTube. So that's how my career started, point blank period. That's how it started. Anyways, that brings us to the last question. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Q&A. It was actually more of just me answering questions than a life update. Really disappointed in you guys, because I expected you guys to actually ask me questions that are life update related questions, but it doesn't matter. I enjoyed shooting this video anyways. This year we are expecting bigger, better, greater things from my mouth to God's ears. And also we are going to start waking up and just putting our best foot forward. There's this quote that I saw that I'm gonna leave you guys with. It says, once you start doing better, better is going to come. That is it from me today. If you haven't subscribed this far, please do subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and also share it with your friend, family, boyfriend, your mother, your brother. Let them watch, let them subscribe. Let's grow these numbers. And also please don't forget to comment down in the comment section. Let's get the conversation going down below. Otherwise, I am going to see you in my next video. Bye.